These 20 real-life Hulks didn't just build massive muscles, they mastered their bodies and minds. Because true strength isn't just about size, it's about control, discipline, and power. In today's video, you'll meet the most terrifyingly strong humans on Earth who shock the world with their unbelievable transformations. This is the real power behind health and wealth. The man who lived as both dwarf and giant. Adam Rayner's life was like no other, full of surprises and big changes. When he was born in 1899 in Austria, he was very small, only 138 centimeters tall. Because of his height, people called him a dwarf. Even when he tried to join the army during World War I, he was turned away many times because he was too short. By the time he was 19, Adam was still just 143 centimeters tall, much smaller than most men, but then something shocking happened. At 21, his body started growing very fast, changing his life forever. As Adam grew taller and taller, reaching an amazing height of 234 centimeters, his body faced serious problems. His spine curved and his face changed a lot. Doctors tried to stop his rapid growth with surgery, but it only slowed it down a little. Adam kept growing until he died at 51 years old. His story shows a rare and amazing journey. He was the only person known to have lived as both a dwarf and a giant. It's a tale of struggle, change, and never giving up even when life throws the hardest challenges. From cricket to monster muscle. You won't believe this man's transformation. Martin Ford, known as the Nightmare, stands at a terrifying 6 feet 8 inches tall. He wasn't always this massive. In fact, he used to play cricket professionally, but one day he dropped the bat and picked up weights, and that changed his entire life. With insane dedication and non-stop hard work, Martin turned himself into one of the most feared bodybuilders in the world. And here's the wild part. His journey didn't stop at bodybuilding. Martin's monster look got him roles in movies too, where he plays tough guys with ease. His intense workouts, massive muscles, and unshakable focus made him famous across the globe. Now millions follow him online just to see how he trains. Martin's story shows that if you've got the will, you can turn your whole life around, no matter where you start. The giantess of basketball. You won't believe how tall she was. Uljana Semyonova, also known as the Giantess of the Court, was a basketball legend from the Soviet Union. She stood a shocking 7 feet tall and wore men's size 21 shoes. But it wasn't just her size that shocked everyone. She moved fast, played smart, and ruled the court like no one else. In the 1970s and 1980s, she was called the best female basketball player in the world, and she truly earned that title. Her journey started young, and by the age of just 16, she was already a star. People couldn't stop talking about her skills and power. She wasn't just big, she was brilliant in the game. Fans in the Soviet Union loved her, and athletes today still look up to her as a symbol of strength, talent, and determination. Uljana Semyonova didn't just play basketball, she changed it forever. The tallest bodybuilder who beat all odds. Aaron Reed stands out like a giant in the world of bodybuilding. At 6 feet 7 inches tall, he is the tallest bodybuilder ever to win a men's physique competition. But Aaron is not just big, he has amazing muscle definition too. Before all this, he was a WWE wrestler from Tampa, Florida. His height and strength made him unique in the fitness world, and many people admire him for that. Aaron's story is not just about muscles and height. As a kid, he fought leukemia, a very tough illness. Later, when he was wrestling, he had to beat hepatitis II. Even with these big challenges, Aaron never gave up. He worked hard and became a well-known fitness expert who teaches people about health and nutrition. His life shows us that with strong will and hard work, no problem is too big to overcome. Eddie Hall's legendary 500-kilogram deadlift. Eddie Hall is a giant of strength, known to many as the Beast. Standing 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing around 410 pounds during his prime, Eddie was a powerhouse in the strongman world. His biggest moment came in 2017 when he won the world's strongest man competition. But the moment that made him a legend happened a year earlier, when he lifted an unbelievable 500-kilogram deadlift, something no one had done before. People all around the world were stunned by his sheer power. What made Eddie's story even more amazing was the hard work behind the scenes. He trained like a warrior, pushing both his body and mind to the absolute limit. That strength didn't come easy. Eddie sacrificed a lot to reach the top. His record still inspires new athletes today, showing that with true dedication, the impossible can become real. The mighty Pudzianowski. You have to hear about Mariusz Pudzianowski, the Polish giant who ruled the world of strongman competitions. Born in 1977, he stood 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed around 320 pounds, making him a true powerhouse. Pudzianowski wasn't just strong, he was a legend. He won the World's Strongest Man competition 5 times, a record very few have ever matched. One of his most unforgettable moments was when he lifted 5 huge stones, each weighing 375 pounds, onto platforms in just 16.72 seconds. That incredible mix of strength and speed made him a true icon in the sport. With 16 major strongman titles under his belt, Pudzianowski's name is forever linked to raw power and fierce determination. His success has inspired many athletes to chase their own strength dreams. The mighty Ukrainian strongman. Vasyl Vereshchuk is not just any strongman. He is a legend from Ukraine who amazed the world with his power. Standing tall at 6 feet 3 inches and weighing 375 pounds during his prime, Vasyl used his incredible size and strength to win 2 huge titles in 2004. That year, he became both the world's strongest man and the IFSA world champion, a rare and amazing double victory that made him famous forever. What made Vasyl truly unforgettable was how he handled the Atlas stones, one of the toughest strongman challenges. Watching him lift and place those giant heavy stones so quickly and perfectly was something special. His mix of raw strength and skill inspired many other strongmen to push harder. Vasyl Vereshchuk proved that being strong isn't just about power, but also about knowing how to use it right. Bill Kazmaier, the Strength King. Bill Kazmaier was a giant in the world of strength sports. Standing 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing 350 pounds at his strongest, he was unstoppable. Born in 1953, Bill won the World's Strongest Man competition 3 times in a row, 1980, 1981, and 1982. His power was so huge that people still talk about him as one of the greatest strongmen ever. But Bill's strength didn't stop there. In 1981, he set a world record by bench pressing 661 pounds at the powerlifting championships. He also lifted a total of 2425 pounds across 3 lifts, showing he was not just strong but incredibly versatile. Bill Kazmaier's amazing achievements made him a true legend, inspiring athletes even today to push their limits. Paul Sturgis, the giant basketball star. Paul Sturgis is a giant in British sports, famous for being super tall and great at basketball. In 2011, Guinness World Records called him the tallest basketball player, standing 7 feet 7 inches tall and weighing 325 pounds. He played basketball not just in the UK, but also in the United States at college. His huge feet wore size 19 shoes, matching his giant size. What makes Paul special is that his height is natural. It runs in his family. His dad was 6 feet 10 inches tall, and many relatives are very tall too. People always wondered about Paul because he was Britain's second tallest man until Neil Fingleton passed away. In 2008, he appeared on the show Britain's Tallest Teens, showing off his amazing height and basketball skills. After school, Paul played basketball at Florida Institute of Technology, using his height to his advantage. His story is not just about being tall, but about how he used his size to build an impressive sports career and inspire many. The tallest man ever? You won't believe how fast Robert Wadlow grew when he was a kid. Born in 1918 in Illinois, Robert started out normal, but by age 5, he was already 5 feet 4 inches tall. Taller than most teenagers. At just 8 years old, he was taller than his dad and strong enough to carry him upstairs. His growth didn't stop there. By 17, Robert was a giant at 8 feet 1 inch tall, the tallest teenager ever known. But Robert's life wasn't easy. At 22, his height caused serious health problems. A bad leg brace led to an infection, and sadly, he died young. When he passed away, he was 8 feet 11 inches tall, the tallest person ever recorded. Even his hands and feet were huge, measuring over 12 and 18 inches. Robert's amazing story made him famous, and he even joined a circus. His giant coffin was nearly 11 feet long. Today, people still remember Robert Wadlow as the tallest man in history. The Moroccan giant with record-breaking feet. Brahim Takiola is not just tall, he is truly gigantic. Standing at 8 feet 1 inch, Brahim is one of the tallest people alive today. But what really shocks people are his feet, almost 15 inches long, the second biggest ever measured. Born in 1982 in a small town in Morocco, Brahim's unusual height caught attention when he was young. A school doctor noticed he was growing much faster than normal and sent him to a specialist. There, they found out he has acromegaly, a condition caused by too much growth hormone, often because of a tumor in the brain. Living so tall comes with big challenges. Brahim struggles to find clothes and shoes that fit him, but he doesn't let that stop him. His huge feet and incredible height earned him a place in the Guinness World Records. He also appears in documentaries about people with unique bodies like Body Bazaar and Extraordinary People. Despite the daily problems, Brahim uses his story to inspire others, showing how to accept yourself and turn differences into something special. Giant steps to NBA glory. Satnam Singh's story starts with a giant surprise. Imagine a boy in a small Indian town who was already 5 feet 9 inches tall at just 9 years old, way taller than everyone around him. His father believed in him and put up a basketball hoop outside their home. Satnam quickly fell in love with the game, and by 14, he was 6 feet 6 inches tall, playing with much older kids. His size grew fast, and soon he became impossible to miss on the court, wearing size 18 shoes and standing 7 feet 2 inches tall. The basketball world took notice when Satnam became the first Indian-born player to get picked in the NBA draft. In 2015, the Dallas Mavericks chose him as their 52nd pick. Weighing 360 pounds and inspired by stars like Kobe Bryant and Yao Ming, Satnam's journey wasn't just about height, it was about hard work and never giving up. His success opened the door for Indian basketball and showed how powerful determination and the giant frame can be in sport. Shaq, the giant who ruled basketball and beyond. Shaquille O'Neal wasn't just tall, he was a giant on the basketball court. Standing 7 feet 1 inch tall and weighing 325 pounds, Shaq was like a mountain that no one could move. For 19 years, he played center and crushed the competition, winning 4 NBA championships with 6 different teams. His size and strength made him almost impossible to stop, and players struggled to keep up with him both on offense and defense. But Shaq was more than just a basketball player, he was a big personality too. Off the court, he was famous for his funny and bold comments like his playful jokes about his teammate Kobe Bryant. After basketball, Shaq didn't slow down. He became DJ Diesel, touring the world and making electronic music. Shaq's impact is huge, both in basketball and in the world of entertainment. He remains a true legend. The giant star of early Hollywood. John Asen was a giant in more ways than one. Standing nearly 9 feet tall, he was one of the tallest actors ever seen on screen. In the silent film days, his incredible height made him famous. A video from when he got his clothes measured shows just how huge he was. The tailor had to climb a ladder to reach him, and his chest was a massive 61 inches around. Even his shoes were so big that one person could fit both feet into just one shoe. John wasn't just known for his size, but also for his acting. His giant presence made him a unique star in early Hollywood. People remember him not only for how tall he was, but also for his work in movies. John Asen's story is a mix of amazing size and real talent that left a lasting mark on the film world. Sultan Kosen, the tallest man in the world. Sultan Kosen is not just tall, he's the tallest living man on Earth. Born in Turkey in 1982, Sultan grew to an amazing height of 8 feet 2.8 inches. His body kept growing because of a tumor in his brain that made him produce too much growth hormone. Starting from when he was just 10 years old, Sultan kept getting taller and taller, reaching his incredible size by age 28. Living this tall is not easy. He uses crutches to walk, and fitting into cars is a real challenge. But some things, like changing light bulbs, are much easier for him than for most people. Sultan's height made him famous, but there's more to his story. He became a star with the Magic Circus of Samoa, drawing huge crowds with his giant presence. In 2013, Sultan married Mayor Dow, and their love story is amazing because they speak different languages. Sultan speaks Kurdish and Turkish, and she speaks only Arabic. Their marriage shows how love can overcome any barrier, no matter how big the difference. The giant farmer who stunned the world. Muhammad Alam Chana was no ordinary man. He was a giant in every sense. Born in 1954 in a small city called Shein in Pakistan, he started growing fast when he was young. By the time he turned 18, he was already 6 feet 4 inches tall. But this was just the start. By age 26, he had grown taller than 7 feet 8 inches, which made everyone around him stop and stare. People couldn't believe how tall he was, and soon his incredible height caught the attention of a circus visitor who saw that Alam could become famous. This visitor took pictures and sent a letter to the Guinness Book of World Records. They checked him out and confirmed something amazing. Mohammed Alam Chana was the tallest living man in 1982. He kept this record until he passed away in 1998. Even though he lost a little height near the end, he was still around 7 feet 7 inches tall. His story is one of wonder and amazement, showing how a simple farmer from Pakistan became one of the tallest men in history and a legend that people still remember today. The Techno Goliath's big story. Hangman Choi is not just a giant because of his size. He is 7 feet 2 inches tall and weighs 331 pounds. But what really made him stand out was how strong and skilled he was as a fighter. As a kickboxer and MMA fighter, his huge body and powerful moves made him a tough opponent. One fighter even said Hangman's knees were almost as high as his head, showing how tall and scary he was in the ring. His punches and kicks were fast and strong, and many were afraid to face him. But Hangman was more than just a fighter. After winning matches, he would celebrate with big, exciting moves that made the crowd love him even more. In 2007, he surprised everyone by becoming a pop singer. He teamed up with a famous Korean supermodel to form a music duo called Beauty and the Beast. They became very popular, and Hangman became a star not only in sports, but also in entertainment. He is still a famous name in South Korea, known for his big personality and many talents. The Mountains Rise. You won't believe how Hafthor Julius Bjornsson, known as the Mountain from Game of Thrones, became one of the strongest men alive. Standing tall at 6 feet 9 inches and weighing 400 pounds, he was built for greatness. But his story didn't start with lifting heavy weights. At first, Hafthor dreamed of playing basketball, using his huge size to his advantage. Sadly, a bad knee injury stopped that dream, pushing him to try something completely different, becoming a strong. From the moment he stepped into strongman competitions, Hafthor amazed everyone. He could lift nearly 1,000 pounds in a deadlift, a number most people can't even imagine. In 2017, he became the second strongest man in the world, proving he was a true champion. But what makes Hafthor special isn't just his strength, it's how he turned a career-ending injury into a new path that made him famous worldwide. His journey from basketball courts to lifting giant weights shows how never giving up can change your life forever. The real Iranian Hulk. You won't believe the size of Sajjad Gharibi, known as the Iranian Hulk. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing 340 pounds, his huge muscles look like the trunk of a giant tree. People online are amazed by his strength. He can lift 386 pounds like it's nothing. His Instagram blew up with pictures of him holding small things that look tiny in his giant hands. Everyone was shocked to see someone so strong and huge. But Sajjad is not just about showing off on social media. In 2016, he joins the Iranian army to fight against ISIS. Now he dreams of becoming a pro wrestler like the legends he admires. His wrestling journey has just started, but he's already gaining fans worldwide. Strength is more than muscles, it's a lifestyle. These real-life Hulks proved it. Stay strong, stay focused, and chase your own power.